shot.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, if you would all state your name now.
Polly Thomason, head coach.
Senior Alyssa Crockett.
Senior Kayla Reinhart.
Senior Micaela Gonzalez.
Now, Coach, opening statement.
Well, first I want to thank Howard Payne University. They ran a phenomenal tournament, especially Troy Drummond took care of us. He was awesome for us. So, I think they do a great job here. It's always fun to come play because of the staff and the way they treat us. And then Louisiana College, I really want to show my appreciation to how hard they fought to get to the championship game and how they fought in the championship game. They're a great team and really should be proud of what they accomplished this season and how they played us this year. And then my team, I think it's just a really special group of girls that have come together and they find ways to win. And it's not always pretty, but we rely on our defense and our rebounding and rely on each other to make plays. And that's really all we did today. We knew playing 3 games in 3 days was going to be tough and our shots weren't going to be falling as much as we had hoped. But that's why we focus on our defense and our rebounding. And I think they just found ways to win and they pushed through a lot of adversity today to get the championship.
I'd like to first ask the first question to Alyssa Crockett, tournament MVP. Congratulations.
Thank you.
When you had 15 points here in the finals and had even more points, I think, some time before. Talk a little bit about what do you think your teammates and your team did to help you have individual success in this tournament?
I think they do everything for me. They put me in a position to be successful. That's rebounding, passing, and just boxing other people out just so I can be in the best position to score.
Ms. Reinhart, talk a little bit about what Coach prepared your team for. What were some of the key points coming into the game that Coach Thomason said, hey, we need to do this, we need to keep them from this.
I think the biggest thing was we just need to play our game, that we couldn't let them dictate how we were going to play, that we just needed to play our defense, our offense, and we were going to win this game.
Kayla.
Micaela.
Sorry, Kayla.
Happens to me all the time.
I'm Kayla, so that's...
Yeah. Talk a little bit about your scoring wasn't quite what it normally has, but most great players trade that out for a win any day.
Oh, yeah.
Talk a little bit about your experience here in the finals and your teammates and how that interacted.
Obviously I was in foul trouble. I didn't play very many minutes, couldn't put the ball in the hole, but it didn't matter. My teammates had my back and they took care of business, and I trusted them to do so. I wasn't worried about it. They really had my back tonight, and that's typically always the case. They do that night in and night out, not only just in the finals, but they're always there for me.
Coach, you kind of held the lead. I think the majority came up. Louisiana College, Louisiana College never led the entire game, but they stayed within close in striking distance the entire time. What was some of the talk and maybe the timeouts or halftime? It's like, okay, this is what we need to do to keep them at bay because a push is coming. Always when you lead, there's always going to be a late push, especially in a championship type of environment.
Right. Well, we just had to stick with our defense, which is strong ball pressure and strong help and rotations, and then making sure we get box outs. I mean, that's really what we focus on every single time out, was fixing whatever was happening defensively where they were beating us, which was lack of communication sometimes on our part, not knowing when we were switching, and then just getting the box outs to end the possession. LC came down and hit some big shots and tough shots at times, and that's just a credit to how talented their players are. And then we got stops when we needed them the most. But that's really our focus every day is that defense.
Ladies, and any of you could answer this. Was there any talk about, the last championship you won in here was 2013, when the last time you played in the finals. Was there any talk about that?
Not really, but one of the former players that was on that team from 2013, she mentioned that the final score was roughly about the same in this gym a couple years ago, so I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, and it was the last time I think these two teams had met in the finals was this thing, so it's kind of unique.
Right, absolutely.
You have you have a good record so far in finals in the Brownlee Coliseum.
I do like playing here.
Yeah, sorry. We love you guys around here. So, ladies, anything individually you would like to say or bring a light or attention
I love this team.
Yeah, me too. I'm pumped that we get to play more. I mean, I love coaching these guys every single day. They have a work ethic and an attitude that you don't find every day, and they love one another. You know, they genuinely love. I mean, Micaela was in foul trouble, and she loved that people came in and helped her out and didn't let that bother her. And I think that's really a testament to who we are. You know, it's someone's night to step up and be big for us, and there's just nothing but love for our teammates, and I'm just glad we get to keep playing.
I think I know the answer to this, but you can see that as a culture on the sideline.
Absolutely.
I know that's something that's usually fostered early on by coaches, but to keep on going, it has to be fostered by players.
Absolutely.
What are some of the things the players do to keep that positive attitude, even for the bench?
Our bench is phenomenal. I love our bench. There is no ego or attitude with our bench. And I think it boils down to they genuinely, like I said, they genuinely love one another, and they want each other to be successful. And they get happy for when someone gets called from the bench to go in. They're pumped for them, and they're cheering, and they're helping them out. And if someone's struggling or someone's having a good day, it doesn't matter. They have the same attitude, and they build us up. I mean, y'all can speak to that, but I think they carry us at times, their energy and their enthusiasm, and we couldn't do it without those people that are on the bench that don't get to sit here and don't get their names, in the box scores. They're phenomenal people, and I think we're really lucky to have a group that we do.
You won the AAC championship last year. No.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. So I forgot. Were any of you on the team? So you have some NCAA postseason experience.
Yep.
Okay, so that selection show is coming up, Monday afternoon. How do you think that some of your experience, is there anybody else on the team that has that experience?
Yeah, there's a couple. Yeah.
Okay, so how would you as an upperclassman, Micaela, and them be able to reiterate what kind of even step it is to the NCAA tournament, and how you maybe you're going to express that to your teammates and foster that?
Yeah, I mean, I think what we can aid in is just keeping everybody's nerves down, because it's just another game, and as long as we do what we do, these teams, they're good. They're going to be good teams throughout the tournament, but we're a good team too. And I think if we stick to what we do and we make sure just stay cool, calm, and collected, set the example for them in that way, that'll help us out in the tournament.
Okay. All right. One last statement, if you want.
I love this team. That's it. I love them. Love them.
Team of the day.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I have, ladies. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you so much.